Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my Fire Emblem 5 Thracia 776 low Turncounts Ironman. This is the final episode. One way or another, attempt number 1 will burn. I am Lolo Centonia. I am joined by Ada.
Hello.
Ada, let's kill this fucking game. Finally, now that we're at the end of the game, combat once again is no longer just a formality. We have some really strong enemies. These guys are near the level cap. They all have master weapons and stuff. So if you're not careful, they really can fuck you up. Fortunately, the game at the exact same time gives you Galzus here. He has a couple of stats. He's close to Asbel, we might say. Holy shit, Galzus. Galzus is so good. He's an enemy who we can recruit with Marita, and we will be doing so immediately. It's also worth noting that on a Triple S playthrough, this chapter is flawed at 6 turns. We have to open this door with one of these children's, not a door key, they just go and unlock it themselves, a randomly generated child. And then we can unlock a staff with which we can go to the chapter 24X, and we get back Avel, the character from the first few chapters. Unfortunately, that means spending a few turns extra here, and a few extra turns actually on 24X, so we're not going there. Much to my dismay, I've never abandoned Avel, I feel really bad. But yes, we're joined by Zed, he's come back to us. Let's get started. This play looks questionable because I already spoke about how all of these enemies are very strong and that Marita is base level, so you'd imagine that she would die. Fortunately, however, she is unequipped, so she can instead speak to Galzus, recruiting him, and then Galzus can take all her items, and she won't be killed, she'll just be captured by one of the enemies on enemy phase. This also lets us get a scroll on Galzus, which is nice because we don't have to worry about him getting crit or anything. We didn't really mention Galzus. He also has a couple skills on him. Galzus has Astra and Luna, so he has a rate determined by his skill. He has 20% chance to negate an enemy's defense, and another 20% chance to just attack 5 times in a row. Not with reduced damage or anything in this game, but just attack 5 times. It's kinda good. To help out Galzus, I would normally bait this archer with Orson. This is in preparation when I did not know that we would have this. So we have another tool we can use if we really want. I think we will use Orson here. You have 25 attack, so you're doing 30 damage. Yeah, I think we'll use Orson here, and Asbel can go, and he can get as many kills as he pleases down here. He might be able to cap magic that way. That would be funny. It could be quite unfortunate if Asbel fails this kill, because this guy has a berserk sword. Okay, there we go. And what the last thing we would want is a berserk 10 move Asbel. But it's okay, he does just fine. Tina's unlocking a random door that exists on this map. I really like this one. This is this game's secret shop. In some of the earlier games, it's kind of a common trend where the secret shops, they would be just a random door at some point on the map, and you have to unlock that and deduce that that's where you take a unit with the member card so that you can access some usually stat boosting items. I really like this one. I find it funny that it's just a totally disconnected door from the rest of the map that you have to use the warp staff to access. Because we got the member card in chapter 18, we can visit and buy a couple skill rings to help with some reliability in the final chapter. I forgot to sell things. It's fine. Oh well. Who cares? It really doesn't actually matter much. The bigger thing is that if Selfina failed to hit her benchmarks, we would instead warp her there, and she would buy some power rings. Like it's, again, money isn't like a concern at all in this route, so like, we don't have much good to spend it on, so like we may as well like make sure that we hit benchmarks.
A lot of these sorcerers have dangerous status staves.
Yeah.
So instead of letting that cause problems, we just shut them up with sleeps and silences.
Yeah. Please stop talking. It's also worth noting, we would like to get one of those staves for ourselves. One of them is going to have a sleep staff. The global staff strategy for some parts is kind of just thrown together, it would seem. For example, we steal one of the sleep staves just because we need it in more than 2 places at once in the final chapter. Yeah, this guy has it. The staff strategy definitely can be optimized. For example, you would see that Tina has used the thief staff in a lot of places where she really wouldn't need to. We could get by without it. But the route does work, and editing it so that we would really make use of the Haman staff more effectively, we would have to fully reconstruct a lot of the route. And so while I would be happy to do that sometime, I did feel like it was important to add a cutoff to this playthrough.
Lolo, rare moment of self-restraint.
Rare moment. Get that, dude. Constitution.
All the cat
Sarah.
stats.
Okay.
and
Yeah. Trying to show Tina. I don't think that'll work, but good luck.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's see this big enemy phase. Fuck them kids. Asbel seeing no problem whatsoever. Nothing to trouble him. I don't think he's hitting that level. He's really not getting any experience, even from like level 16 promoted enemies, I think.
Oh wow. Yeah, it'd
He's
have to be a
only
boss at this point.
2 levels higher. Yeah, Sage actually has the maximum class relative power. It has a CRP of 5, if I remember right. Which only a few classes have that stat. It's I know Swordmaster is one of the other classes that has 5. Yeah, unfortunate that we can't just get even more stats in Asbel. I'd appreciate that. Yeah.
I like the difference in animation though. Like this guy
Like
plays
when
a
he
whole
raises his hand a
cutscene,
bit.
and then
Oh yeah.
Asbel doesn't
Asbel.
even step to the side; he just bonk.
Yeah, we mentioned this earlier. There's the enemy staff song. It's different
Awesome.
to when you use a staff. Oh, good luck, buddy. They got a big guy in the back there. I guess. Nice job. Tried to
That
show
wasn't
it.
even like that low percent. He
Yeah,
just doesn't
30.
care.
He just doesn't care. He would have taken 10 damage. Speaking of not caring.
Gals' time.
Yeah, so something cool about Gausis. Kind of like Selfina and Glade, Gausis actually receives a +20 support from his daughter Marita. This is even if she is in someone's back pocket, like there, she was captured. And so now Marita is completely safe to provide a support to Gausis. We have Orson there, because that means that he's going to be baiting an archer, because even with this, Gauzes can like face a very marginal chance of failure. So it's nice to just bait away one enemy and basically guarantee his survival, because he is a unit like him really is appreciated in the final chapter. So it would be a shame to lose him. Yeah, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't you do that as Bill? Get a full level. And now it is time to talk about Raedric, the man who has tormented us so long. Raedric is one of perhaps the most difficult boss to fight in this game. His stats are pretty good already, and he of course gets the throne bonus, but what's most notable about him is his sword. His sword is blessed by a dark god, which allows him to have plus 20 magic, meaning the Asbel is not just an immediate success option. And also, it halves your attack while you're fighting him. Not your strength stat, but your attack. So for example, instead of Gauzes having just 10 strength and still being able to do a lot of damage, he would actually have his strength and weapon might halved. So here he would actually have around like 17 attack against him, meaning that he wouldn't do any damage at all, even as incredible as he is. Typically the solution to a boss like Raedric would be to use the Bragi's Blade. This blade is handcrafted perfectly to counter Raedric. Not only does it pierce his attack halving effect, but it also grants effective damage against armor knights. So you can really easily just whack him down in one round of combat. But while he does have a sword blessed by a dark god, I want you to riddle me this, Arda. What is a god to a non-believer? What can he do against Gauzes? While Gauzes does not normally do any damage, he can, of course, proc he can proc Astra or Luna. And so with those alone, he has quite an incredible chance of success here. See, even with a Luna crit just there, he did so much damage. If he procs Astra, his chance of success is pretty much guaranteed from that point. Especially because he has free pursuit critical coefficient, so he's going to have 100 crit on the follow-up attacks. Some people would like to use an Armor Slayer with Gauzes here, because he would actually be able to do some damage even without crits or Luna, if I remember right. I simulated this to see if the higher effective might of the Armor Slayer would outweigh the extra 2 hits of the Master Sword, and I found that the Master Sword is actually quite a bit more reliable. I'll put the stats on screen, but generally it's around a 10% increase of your reliability. And by around 3 rounds of combat, Gauzes is pretty much guaranteed to have killed Raedric. These guys have hell, so I can't have Asbel go there. Yeah, I'm afraid that's the last combat Asbel's seeing before the final chapter. Thank you, buddy. As mentioned before, we're gonna make sure that we snag one of these sleep staves. That's gonna help us out in the final chapter. We don't actually need this use of the sleep staff. We have enough uses to get by. It's just that we only have 2 and we need it in 3 different places at a time. Alright, let's end this. See another round of combat with Gauzes. So we're almost guaranteed to see a 3-ton here. Again, it's around 98% chance that we manage to kill Raedric in 3 rounds of combat. That's including that he can attack Gauzes on enemy phase. So we're gonna be seeing 3. This guy's gonna... Yep, he's gonna be using that on his friends. Good job.
Epic staff music.
What's he doing? Oh. Taking another shot. Good luck. Ah, you'll get him next time.
Ooh.
Maybe I'll give him a cast next time. Oh, good luck. Good luck. You can do it. Ah, so close.
Damn.
Almost. Your friend though, he could crit through 5 scrolls-ish. Oh.
Ooh, close.
Oh, you lived one.
He lived.
He did live one. That's more than most can say.
The XP.
Yeah. He's a Jagan, what can I say?
Here goes Galzus.
I fucking love the Yggdrasil animations. That's just a joy. It's worth noting that that was a chance that on the enemy phase there were multiple enemies left, and so right now Marita would be exposed. Alright, goodbye Raedric. In such an event, we would instead use a status staff on the hero. I forget the exact details, but I think generally it's best to use the berserk staff on him. It'll be in the document though. Anyway, this is everything that we need to do done. And so we can get to the final chapter. Come on, Leaf, let's go! Do we want to fuck one of those guys up while we're here?
Who?
One of the bishops.
What with that as well?
No, with like Gauzes. Do we want to fuck one of them up? They have physic. That's, What do you think? Do you think you can do it?
I mean, yeah, we can take a free physics.
You probably couldn't.
We wouldn't want to risk losing Galzus, actually.
We wouldn't, yeah, he would have probably died. Endgame! Finally! We're doing it, Ada.
Here we go. This is such a sick endgame.
It's such a sick chapter. I love this one so much. We're here in the final chapter, Ada. It ends here one way or another. We crash and burn or we make fucking history. Alright, let's go. It is finally happening. We're here. This chapter has 6 dead lords. We even see some of them. We see Lithis there. We're gonna see Aval, I think. They are some of the most threatening enemies in the game. This was the very first chapter that I planned in this playthrough. I planned back to front so that I knew which resources I would need to have. Oh, and it feels so good to finally be back here. Let's finally put an end to this. Animations staying on this whole map. It is really good if Orson can hit this, if he can kill. Okay.
Huh.
Well, that doesn't change much. Okay, good, good. You'll see that the Hell Tome some of these enemies have reduces your HP to 1, regardless of where you're at, how much health you have. This just means that we kind of assume that we're getting hit by Hell at some point on turn 1, and we make sure that someone is able to fortify. Staff actions are very tight in this chapter, especially on turn 1, but we kind of have to make sure that we can do that. Very good that we got him to hit that, because again, staff actions are tight, so that means that we can use Lara to dance for Sarah. It's also worth noting, I would normally have Asbel here. Asbel would be taking care of this room, except he's more reliable than Sed. So they've switched places, and Asbel is going to be taking care down here instead. Get fucked, Bovis. Get out of here. any movement stars on our staffers will be very good to get here, just to decrease the already really minimal chance of death for some of our units. Asbel, buddy, hit it! Hell yeah! Was that a crit? Fuck yeah.
Oh my god. He's switching to Graph for the first time in a while now, huh?
Yeah, it just means that he's gonna be able to, like, guaranteed kill these guys. Like, he would do fine with wind anyway, but, like, he has enough uses of Graph.
It's not like he's gonna need it later.
He will not. This is all that we train Sophia for. She fights 3 enemies in Endgame. We want to make sure that she has the strength to kill this guy. So we assume high rolls, and we train her to, like, around 10 strength. That's why it's good that we have the option to buy power rings from the secret shop. But yeah, of course, that's assuming really pessimistic growth on Solfina. And she got by just fine. Let's see it, Dagda. Let's see those 8 hits.
Yeah, 2 will do it.
Brutal. Again, this is all we have Tanya here for. She supports Dagda and marginally increases his reliability.
Wasn't that Dagdar's second blank level?
He's probably had a few. That's kind of the Dagda classic, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Again, I'll remind you, in Chapter 1, we looked at Dagda and I said, man, this guy's stats look pretty mediocre. Except his stats will get him by in the final chapter. And they do. Here, he's doing everything that he needs to. With these, like, what look like pretty okay stats. God, he's so fucking sick. Again, these Deadlords are very challenging to deal with, so of course, the best option for us to do is to just status them, and that way we don't have to worry about them. For example, Bovis, the very top one, he's just a duplicate of Gaz's effectively, and so we don't want to deal with the variance of him having Astra and Luna. No one could safely take on him, so we just put him to sleep. 2 notable targets who are very difficult to status are Canis here. She has capped magic, and because all of the Deadlords are standing on mana tiles, she has 30 magic, meaning that the only way to status her is to have some kind of magic boost. For Amalda, that means we have the Flame Sword and an ensorcel boost on her, getting her to 25 magic or 35 while on this mana tile. This is the one reason we had to steal that sleep staff as well. It was quite a late edit to the run. Normally, Amalda would have been using a silent staff. That's what I'd planned. But I forgot that she actually only has C staves, so she can't do that, meaning that we have to have a 3rd sleep staff. Gauzes will face a very small chance of death. It's going to be around somewhat below 3%, I believe, and his death can be worked around. His chance of death, while supported by Marita, I have actually seen this happen in my previous Ironman run that I did, not an LTC of any kind. And yeah, running the stats, I saw that it really is so reliable that even though I've seen him die this way with my very own eyes, we're still going for it. It still is our very best option here. Come on, Sid. No crit. Yeah, you wouldn't. You're not Asbel. You better not 99 miss that, buddy. Wait, no. Did he just? No. What? No! What are you doing? Adapt? What? I think that's fine. But fuck you, said. Asbel would never. Oh my god. I planned fucking
actually
everything.
Just worse Asbel.
I can't do anything about that. I think I might lose a turn to that, which... Man, fuck said. I should have gotten Sias. God damn.
Maybe you should have had Asbel handle it after. I mean, what can we say? It's a 99 miss.
Fuck. Okay. But yeah, I can't status this guy because he's on mana tile. So he has above 20 magic. There's no one else I can get onto a mana tile. Fuck you. Okay. 18 might have 20. Okay, so he's gonna have 40 magic attack. Oh my god, Safi only just lives. Yeah, I have to keep Sarah
Tina's
out of range.
capped.
Thank fucking god Lara's out of range. Are you kidding me? Fuck
Oh my god.
that, dude.
That's...
Well.
We haven't had a 99 miss yet, have we?
Yeah, that might actually be the first 99 miss in the game. Which is
You know
crazy,
what?
because I planned
This
for,
is-
like, all of them.
Yeah. I think it wouldn't be Thracia without a 99 miss,
It
so...
wouldn't be. Even though
we had to see it somewhere.
so little combat. It has to happen somewhere. Orson is gonna
So for
have
those of you
to-
watching at home, if you're like playing one of the later games and you see 90% and you're like, oh, with true hit in mind, that's... Yeah, that will never miss.
Yeah.
Please
that
play
sucks.
Thracia.
Please play Thracia. Genuinely. Your perception of statistics is horrible and it hurts me. Please play Thracia and be humbled. I can't believe fucking Said failed to kill? Said? Dude, like, on both of those hits, like, he even had, like, okay, that's sick. He had, like, 31%, adepts as well. Dude. Come on. Buddy.
37, right?
31. He has 31 AS right there, because he's weighed down by
Alright.
4 SETI.
Yeah.
I think I might just lose a turn. No, I can keep Tina around here, and then turn 3, she can stand on this tile. Yeah? No, because I have to kill. Fuck! Do I seriously just lose a turn? I think I lose a
Does that
turn.
move star not do anything for you on Sarah?
No. I can't. I mean, it does help me with reliability over here, but it doesn't help me with the... I think we've got a 5 turn. Fuck.
Damn.
That sucks. But yeah, Sleeping Tigris. Now Galzus just doesn't have a chance of failure, really. He's totally fine.
I kind of wanted to see the crazy battle, but there you go.
It's fine. There'll be a battle, at least.
Sarah's at like 26 magic right now.
Unless we get a movement star with Sed, then because we maybe this guy kills himself on Sed on enemy phase. I'm very doubtful.
By maybe you mean... Oh, right, because he has... Yeah.
I will fortify.
It's nice that Tina capped magic, because you were planning for like 4 or 5 magic Tina.
I was planning for a pretty bad magic Tina. Like enough to get her by with ensorcel. Okay, let's see what this fucking guy does. Normally I have all of them dead at this point. All of the sorcerers.
Ding.
That feels so bad, man.
Think, think.
Try it. Try it. Again, Orson has a small chance of death on this enemy phase because he couldn't be healed to full. I made sure to put the Armor Knight with the higher accuracy to sleep, but yeah, even so, there is a chance that Orson dies here, which is unfortunate. I want to see the Orson enemy phase. We gotta see Sad as well. I don't know what the fuck the sorcerer is doing. We may as well enjoy Selfina. The fruits of our labor right now.
When's the last time she missed a strength level?
It was a while ago. Alright, please live. Please live. Okay, good.
It's fine.
About 10% chance of failure though. But he made it. Yeah, you keep getting that magic, buddy. Okay.
Oh.
Can I... That might be good. Maybe.
He's out
I'm not
of range
sure.
now.
Man.
And it hits.
Dude. You can't keep doing this. Cause yeah, I can't kill this guy right now, which is unfortunate. Does Sed just fucking die? Like, Sed has a small chance of death. If he gets hit again by the Fenrir, and then he gets hit by the hammers, he just dies. But that would be 10%. That's like... around 4% chance of death.
4% is fine at this stage, isn't it? Is that
It's a
little
bunch.
busy?
The problem
Are
is
you doing
like,
anything tonight?
the problem is the like staves are kind of tight. So like it's not so easy to just warp somebody over there.
Right.
I wish it was.
Wait, shouldn't you?
Oh. How many warps do I have around? I think I only have like the exact number of warps I need. But if I have extra, I can like warp Lara for a little maneuver.
Or is there a rescue that you can do?
I have rescue,
No.
but I need that one. I can also sleep, maybe both. Maybe I can sleep both of the Armor Knights. Let's see how stuff works out first. I know that I'll have to fortify. Get him, Dagda. Thank you.
He just keeps going.
He just keeps going. Who do I need to sleep? Let's say I'm sleeping 4 people on this time. Can I do that? Definitely gotta sleep this guy. Wait, who else was it? No, it's just 3 people. Yeah, I want to sleep just those 3. Or We're good. We're good. We're good. Because we have amalda now. Fuck you. Fuck you. Go take a little snooze. I've had it with you.
Bedtime, bitch.
Okay, that makes that easier. Yes, this is good. This is good. We are still working to a 4-turn. Oh. Fuck. Okay, it's fine. Yeah, I don't even need to sleep the Armanites anymore. It's fine. I can't sleep them anymore. That's why I was worried, but I don't actually need to because I could sleep the sorcerer. And those are like the last enemies I can and stuff. Yeah. We just kind of put like half the map to sleep.
It truly is bedtime.
It is bedtime, my dudes. Everybody is catching Z's right now. Or should I say Z's?
Safi on our way to cap skill after not leveling it for like 7 levels.
What was that? What was it, Safi? Alright. The Tina Fortify. Thank you, Tina. Oh, I love you so much. Thanks for all the help. And now it is safe set to open this door. Takes 14 and 12. And then next turn... I need to... I think I messed up. I need somebody over here, actually. I forgot about that. So I think I am capped at 5 turns. Fuck.
Dang it.
Unless, can I... Because I want to have the option to warp Lara. That's what I really need. But we can still get a 4-turn if we get a move star next turn. We'll have to be careful about how we work this out. Because I'll have to walk Lara back to where Safi is. Sorry, Sarah, because she has warp. He actually does like nothing to Asbel. Asbel does 2 rounds of combat. Yeah. So we'll have... Wait, so he doesn't get double heal? Yeah. We'll have Dama in this corner here. And then we'll support him with Leaf. Leaf can be warped. Yes. Okay, we're all good. It's all working now.
Probably the least useful movement star.
Yeah. So it is definitely still possible to get a 4-turn rather than a 5-turn. Man, fuck said. All my homies hate said now. When we're used to an Asbel like that, who needs said? But yeah, if we get a movement star on Sarah or on Sed, then we can get the 4-turn.
Of course he wouldn't one hit.
Why would he? It's not like Sed's any good. Trash unit.
Ooh.
Okay. Bouncing around.
She's training.
She is training. It's the Amalda training arc. Okay. Yeah, sure. You can try and attack Asbel if you really want. I wish you the best in your endeavors. Yeah, so that's how strong that effect is. That's Asbel trying to fight him when he has 28 magic, I believe, right there.
Feels bad.
It's so fucking strong, dude. Okay. You have a move still? You have 2. Let's see what this is. There is a 32.5% chance that we can get a 4-turn here. Please, just give me a move star. Sarah? You gonna? Please? What can I do if I don't? Can I still walk to a 5-turn? Yeah, I can. Sure, we can see a little bit of the Sarah combat, since I'm so mad at this specific guy. Die.
Nice.
A whole level. That's Paragon putting in work. Yes! Let's go! 4-turn! Right? Wait. No, am I dumb? No, I would need to get a moveset on the next turn. What am I talking about? Yeah, it's not safe to go for that. I would need to know that I can get a moveset next turn, right?
So what the plan was?
Because I need Sarah to be able to warp for Lara next turn. Yeah, no, I don't think it can work. I think I was just being dumb. Can I still get this? The only unit who can be here is Sarah. And I can't get Lara here. She can't go that far. Yeah, I would have to get a Lara move star. Yeah.
Damn.
Alright, next turn then, we unlock the final room. Fuck's it. We're just gonna... Yeah, we're gonna have a little fun moves. She has so much luck, so we still have really bad hit. Okay. Wait, what was I doing? We could just capture.
He's not showing off the accost today.
He's not. I'm not sure that he had it though, because she has high speed.
All
Oh
right.
wait, no, she had none because she was leading. I think the only way we're getting the 4-turn is that I don't actually fully understand how this map works, and that by having Sarah stand on that tile at all, it counts as being unlocked. I think you have to be standing on it at the end of the turn though.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't even explain the gimmick, did we?
It's fine. It's fine. They know.
Yeah. Yeah. How are you saying it's fine they know about this? And then we were like...
Who cares?
Fine, yeah. Look it up.
Go on, look at the fucking fan wiki or whatever.
Just play Thracia, you'll figure it out.
Play Thracia, please. It's so fucking good. Okay, are we gonna see Veld? No, but I think he appears at the end of enemy phase anyway. Yeah, try it. Oh. Oh. Ah.
Ah.
Almost. Yeah, so this is turn 4. Alright, we're going for a 5 turn. Man, that's so sad. Oh well. We're finishing the fucking game. That's all I care for. That's all that we need. Kill this guy just for the hell of it. This is like the least important turn. He just moves sad. Everybody
Sick
else
turn.
is where they need to be.
Do you wanna like fortify Asbel again?
Yes. Well, I don't need to. It's how many uses have we got on? Yeah, I'll just physic him.
Okay. Just so like it's easier to have him full next time.
Yeah. Alright. Everyone's standing on the seals now. Let's fucking do it. There we go. There he fucking is. It's finally time.
Crack him open.
We are not using Sed. We saw how that fucker fails us. We're not using him. We're using the all reliable through the whole fucking game. Come on over here, Asbel. Are they? Wait, did I? Please? Yes, okay. You have warp. The final RNG check of this game. Asbel. Please! Sleeve has warp. It is time to unleash him upon the world. Was that a crit? Okay. Fuck yes!
Asbel!
Oh, oh my fucking god.
Okay, bonus pill, bonus pill.
Is he gonna get it? Is he gonna get it? He kept it, finally! Oh my god!
You're recording an Epilogue video.
Oh my god. 5 turns. I believe the first ever time, and on my first attempt, a low turn count Ironman of Thracia 776 in 169 turns. Oh my god! Oh wow! I can't believe it.
Is it really over?
I'm making a save state. We're not losing this shit to my laptop fucking dying. Oh wow. My hands are shaking.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god. Oh wow. This is incredible. I can't believe this. I've spent 6 months planning this. I'm so happy. Thank you, Asbel. I can't believe it finally happened. And now we get the epilogue to enjoy this. Holy fuck. Each of these individual turns is so significant to me. I spent so much time on each specific chapter. Even the trash ones when they come up. Even when we see these trash mans, the turncounts. 12 turns on 4x. When we see like 10 turns on chapter 8 coming up. Each of them is so significant. Having to replan chapters 6 and 7. Oh my god. Having a Finn let us get a 3 turn in chapter 10. That really tight chapter 11. Oh my god. It's finally over. Ada, thank you so much for joining me.
The warp skip threshold there.
Yeah. I do have some questions prepared for Epilogue. Of course, this is an Ironman, so no one's seen this until now, aside from co-commentators. But I did ask if people have questions about the route based on like the document or just the sound of the route. And yeah, I've got some questions to ask, alongside just sort of common questions that people are often asked in the epilogue of LTCs. That trash fucking 5 ton. Fuck you said. Oh my god. Complete military record. 169 turns with 26 characters. Double S rank. Oh my god.
It's beautiful.
Before we continue, I'll pause the Nintendo PC. I've got to be right back for something very quick. Just give me 5 minutes.
Oh my god. Praying for you, Lolo. This is gonna be a bizarre way to end it.
It's gonna be a bizarre way to end it, but it's important.
Yeah.
Hi there. This is me. For those of you who haven't seen my music videos, I feel that it's important to thank our incredible Pilked Up Asbel. I don't have Pepsi, but fortunately I do have Coke here, and I do have a nice carton of milk. Much to my dismay, I will be thanking Asbel with a nice cool glass of Pilk. So let's see how this is. I give Ada and Latias a lot of shit for this. I'm afraid I must join them now, as thanks for Pilked Up Asbel. I fucking hate
Do we tell the story of how Pilk got brought into this
go
server?
ahead. Oh, it looks fucking horrible. What's wrong with you?
What ratio? What ratio
Like
do you use?
half.
Half is fine. So, Lolo, having played every Fire Emblem game except the Telios games, one day, decided to sit down for like 24 hours and just play Path of Radiance. And I was there
In Cole.
for... Yeah, in Cole. I was there for almost the entire time.
Yeah.
Because I was also up for 24 hours. We're
Kind of
normal.
fucked up, but yeah.
Yeah.
I had a fucked up Ileana. She was pumped full of
Yeah.
drugs, kind of like Asbel, though less so.
So, Ileana, she has this particular facial expression that reminded me of a meme that goes, full of pilk. If you look it up, you'll see a picture of a cat and the recipe for pilk and so on.
Yeah.
So I kind of, on a whim, went out and bought some Pepsi and some milk.
Yeah,
And I
like
brought it back and I drank it.
Because I said, like, offhandedly, I said, man, this Ileana's crazy. She's, like, kind of full of drugs and stuff. And out of nowhere says, full of pilk. And it takes me by surprise. And with that, I'll take first sip.
Yeah. So I made some pilk and I kind of liked it. And a lot of other people in the server followed suit, and most of them liked it. And Lolo wasn't fond of this entire thing. The pilk incidents. Lolo, how does it taste?
No, I really don't like it. I'm finishing
Not
it.
as bad as you thought, maybe?
Thanks for Asbel, I'm finishing it, but I don't like it.
Cheers to Asbel.
Cheers to Asbel.
Yeah.
If
That's
that's all,
pilk.
yeah, we do have some questions prepared, as I said. Ada, would you like to read off the first two that we have?
Yeah. Oh, and you're gonna ask the last one. Okay, so the Chungler, that's the underscore Chungler, asks, which chapter did you spend the most time rooting and why?
First off, cool to hear from the Chungler. He does a lot of LTC stuff himself. Check him out on YouTube. I think it's the same name. But yeah. Chapter I spent most rooting is kind of hard to say. I would say it would have to be either chapter 4, chapter 10, or the final chapter. Chapter 4, of course, there's so much variance. It's really hard to get anything resembling reliable. I feel I got there in the end with something I'm pretty satisfied with, although it could be optimized further. Chapter 10, of course, there are so many side objectives, and with that airstrink, of course, like, it's... I spent so many hours just looking at that chapter, trying to optimize everything from Asbel's to survival to getting all the side objectives we want as reliably as possible. And of course the final chapter, the big problem that it presents when you're doing preparations in any playthrough is the split deployment, because it's the first point in the game ever that you really need to have like six competent teams. You kind of need just at least 6 competent combat units. And in a low turncount playthrough especially, you just don't have the need to train all too many units. Of course, a chapter like this is so big. I mentioned that I would plan this route from back to front, that I would start with the final chapter and mostly go backwards, and then like the early game I would do forwards, because I wanted to see what I would have at any time, but also what I would need. And so doing the final chapter first, seeing what staves I would need, seeing if there were any particular units I would need to train, such as Selfina, who we trained just for that. That was really important. So it's really hard to say which of those 3 I think they stand out the most. Although really, any chapter that's not like chapter 15, we spent, like I spent a long time working on. Again, the document of the full route is over 100 pages, so pretty thorough.
Alright, next question. Beetlejuice asks, your stance on RNG manipulation.
Yeah, this was a question I wasn't expecting, and I think it's a really interesting one. It's one that I think it's quite obvious, like having seen this, I'm sure it would be quite obvious that my stance is I don't do RNG manipulation, because that's not what I'm playing for. I feel it's, to an extent, out of the spirit of why I wanted this to be an Ironman playthrough. RNG manipulation in Thracia is really interesting. It's like, you have to definitely jump through some hoops to learn and understand it and execute it properly. and I have a lot of respect for that. I'm not trying to say that like RNG manipulation is wrong. It's just not right for this route. My goal. I hate Phil. My absolute goal was to optimize our chances of survival, and I think that if we were to introduce RNG manipulation, it would become such an over-centralizing factor in the run that it's kind of it would kind of defeat the purpose of a lot of what I wanted to do this for. I'll also say, before we continue, you might notice that some units have losses on their epilogue screen. Like here it says Tanya has 1 loss. I didn't cheat, don't worry. It does that if a unit is captured. So if I remember right, you'll see some units can, like units in Manster, so say Lara or Lithus, they can have multiple losses just because they were captured multiple times. But yeah, I didn't like just reset when they died or something. It would be very difficult to find a situation in this route where Tanya even could die. Anyway, there's another couple common questions that I'll answer. No one in particular asked these. It's just these are some questions I could definitely anticipate people asking. What's wrong with you guys? Ugh.
What's wrong with us?
Oh, the pill. Right. The common questions. Yeah, so a very common question is if there was any particular unit who didn't perform quite as you would expect. So be that like any unit who performed better than you might think or worse than you might think. And believe it or not, you know, Asbel being good is such common knowledge, but really it is him. Because in the initial drafting of this route, the initial theory crafting and everything, my plan was that I would try and decrease the reliance on Asbel. Asbel is like such a core unit in any low turn count playthrough that if he were to die at some point, then that's pretty much run over. The only real unit who can replace what he does is Homer. And so my original plan was I would also train Homer in Chapter 14, and he would act as something of a substitute Asbel. So if Asbel somehow dies, like, I don't know, he misses a 99 hit or something like that, then we still have Homer and the run's not over. But in reality, I found that that's more trouble than it's worth. And the way that you make sure that Asbel survives just fine, you don't decrease reliance on him, you actually increase reliance on him. If you just invest everything into him, you give him like, you know, we gave him double shield ring, double life ring, the luck ring, the speed ring, the magic ring, which you didn't need, then like, really that optimizes his reliability in a far more meaningful way than if we were to just train 2 different sages. It's much better, I found, to just like absolutely maximize his reliability, and if he does fail, then I mean, like, what are you gonna do about it? That's kind of it. That's how it rolls sometimes. Another thing I could anticipate is people might be wondering about a triple S playthrough. Of course, you see like this is double S, and you think, well, like, of course the next step up is triple S. I was definitely asked this a lot while I was planning this, and really it would be such an entirely different route, and I've spent so long doing this that while maybe it's possible, it would be a lot less reliable, definitely, because you would have to go for the same turn count of below 179 turns while recruiting every character. So it would be a lot less reliable, but definitely still possible. That's for someone else to do, honestly. If I were to assess some of the immediate barriers, you of course have Xavier's recruitment. In a reliable Chapter 18, you might be looking at more like 10 turns, so you'd be losing around 7 to 8 turns just by recruiting Xavier. And of course you would want to go for Avol, so that's, again, you would be losing at least 3 turns in chapter 24, and then you're spending at least 3 turns in chapter 24X. So let's just call that 6. So that's 13 total already added just from 2 characters. And you can see all over the route, this kind of continues. And not only that, but you have to spread your resources much, much thinner. Like in chapter 12X, we saw Trude, and I mean, we can just leave him be because we don't really need to use him. But in Triple S, you have to get him, and that means you have to use the sleep staff on him. So that's one less of that you have to that you can get. And really, with chapter 24X again, you would find that because you're using a lot of transportation staves there, you need not only to have a load of S drinks so that your staffers can get by, but your global staff strategy would be much tighter than it was here. Here was pretty lax. We really didn't need to use that last Hermanius on the thief staff, especially because our Asbel was fine. Like, we didn't need to use the thief staff on Gustav, for example. So yeah, Triple S would be much tighter. Even double S rank complete recruitment, where you have 10 extra turns to work with, that would still be really tight. And I think it would be a really interesting route. But it's definitely not something that I'm wanting to do right now. And finally, I think the final notable question that I could anticipate is, typically at the end of an LTC, people will ask, what do you have planned next? Like, do you have any other low turn count playthroughs you want to do? Or any other playthroughs in general? I personally am somewhat divided on this. While I really enjoy doing LTC, and I'll probably do it in the future, I don't know that I'll have anything that I feel I would want to like put out there on this level. This is so unique that I feel it's justified to kind of publish it in this way. But for example, like when I did a Triple S playthrough of this game before, like, you know, I'm not really... I was mostly just using other people's strats and learning the route. Aside from low turn count playthroughs, if people do enjoy like this series, then there is other stuff that I could see myself doing. For example, and Ada's aware of this, I have a small ROM hack of FE6 that I made called Lucky FE6. Basically the way it works is every single random number in the RN list is just turned to a 0, meaning that, like, if you have a hit rate at all, then you will guaranteed hit them. And the same goes for crits, but that also applies for enemies. So you have lots of weird stuff where, like, you know, Marcus is suddenly better than Zealot strictly because, well, like, from the points when you get them, Marcus is already better than Zealot. But, like, even after you get them, Marcus is better because, like, he has better skill and luck, which is really funny to see. I think it's a really interesting game. It completely removes all of the randomness. So like I think it would lend itself really well to a series, as would a similar hack of other games. So if people do enjoy it, then like I could see myself doing something with that. Aside from that, if you're not aware, I'm a musician. I do music here on YouTube. On the same channel, you'll see before this series and after, there's a lot of music. I do a lot of arrangements of Fire Emblem music. So for example, I've done a full album in the past of FE6 music, one of my favorite games in the series. And I've also got another album in the works. I've not been working on it lately because this kind of consumed all of my time, but I will be getting that back to that now. So yeah, sometime this year there's going to be a whole separate album of like 10 tracks for another game. And Ada, I believe you also have something to share.
Yeah, so this is noted in the commentary notes as Ada Betrayal Arc, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, some of the people who are watching, and actually a couple of the guests we've had on, right? Yeah. Bopper especially,
kind of had this
thought that,
impression that
like-
you're a Giga Chad Fire Emblem player.
Yeah, they thought I know what I'm talking about, and I'm here because I'm like sick at Thracia and I helped with the planning. Lolo introduces me as my good friend Arda because that's just it. I'm just my
you're not
Fire
giving
Emblem
yourself enough
experience.
credit.
I've played Path of Radiance. I'm kind of playing Radiant
Like
Dawn.
through. Halfway through
Yeah.
Radiant Dawn.
That's me. I play a bit of Telios.
Yeah. You might think like it was kind of a weird decision to bring Ada on, but genuinely, despite Ada not having like known the series for very long, I do believe like Ada was very well suited to co-commentary here. Like, not only are we of course good friends, and so that's like already a level of chemistry, but then also Ada's kind of like on the same fucked up wavelengths as me.
Let's
so
go.
like like, you know, when we talk about a lot of the statistics and stuff, all the nerdy shit, like, although they don't play much Fire Emblem, like, you got the spirit, Ada.
I get it. Thank you so much for having me on here, by the way. It's been a
Of course.
blast. It's been a whole journey. I will look back fondly on this.
I hope so.
Maybe I'm gonna be the one who does Lucky FE6,
That would be
whatever
fun.
rank. Yeah. Inspiring, really. You do so much for this godforsaken Fire Emblem community.
Thank you. I wouldn't have chosen anyone else for co-commentary. But yeah, thank you so much for joining all the way through this and like putting up with me when I wanted to like re-record the first few chapters and stuff.
I just do what I can.
But yeah, you may notice this. The all of the character endings for Thracia, very long. I believe in Triple S, where you get the complete endings for all characters, it's like 30 minutes or something. It's crazy. So this is going to be a much longer video. I feel it warrants it though. We're kind of out of like main questions to answer, but yeah, well, we can just kind of like hang out and talk about the run and stuff. Again, it really does feel unreal that it's actually done now. It's consumed my life for so long. I started this, I believe the full document I created on June 14th of 2020. 2021, sorry. Mind in the wrong place. So yeah, like it's been around like 6 to 7 months that I've been thinking so constantly about this. It really feels so good to see it come together. I mentioned there's a lot of ways the route can be optimized. Like, you know, we give Paragon to Tina when she really doesn't need it. I really like Tina. She can kind of hit her thresholds fine without it if you really want. And she doesn't necessarily need to use 8 uses of the Thief Staff. She would be able to get by with 4, especially if you're reacting to a bulky Asbel who you know can live hits from like the 16, 17 bosses, even 18 like ours. So yeah, there's a lot of room for optimization, but I felt that it was really important that I just like stop the run and record it when it's at some point when it's actually functional. And here, again, you can definitely decrease the turn counts, but it's functional. I beat Thracia in a low turn count setting without ever having to reset. And I had a blast the entire way. I'm so glad I did this.
I'm really glad that you kind of did some, you know, quote unquote suboptimal things that are actually just way more fun.
Yeah. You have examples? Just like, what, Asbel killing Veld?
Asbel killing, well, yeah, that was, we kind of
That was
decided that
necessary.
halfway through. Yeah.
Well, like, Sed was gonna, like, miss 299 hits. I'm telling you. We would not be here right now. I'd be crying in the corner.
The double crit was like 1 in 8, wasn't it?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, he had 50 crit, so that was 25 capped plus.
Oh, no,
50.
he...
Oh, the second
it wasn't
was guaranteed.
necessarily adapt, though. because Vel doesn't counterattack. He has Petrify equipped, which is 3-turn range.
Oh, right. Yeah, I don't
he's
know what
kind
would
of
have
a
happened
bitch.
next, but he double crit. It's
yeah,
fine.
we should say as well, in case people were thinking that was like super unreliable final boss kill. We had Lara. We had Sarah could have warped Lara if Asbel or Sed could have failed to kill. And also with that kill, the threshold to kill with a crit plus a hit is 40 magical attack. If you want to have like Sed can do it with kept magic, which you can get easily with like a pure water or something. Asbel's only way of doing this, aside from maybe like tornado or some shit, but who honestly cares about that? Fuck tornado. What you need for Asbel is he needs capped magic at 20, and then you give him a max magical boost. So you have to ensorcel him on that turn, or like dance for him with pure water. And then he has to use Graph Caliber as well, and then he hits that 40 magical attack. It looks like we're finally at the end. Oh wow. What I was meaning to say about the optimization of this run is I definitely imagine I'm going to be doing a follow-up video where I'll talk about some of the ways that you can optimize this run. Sort of going through chapter by chapter, talking about smaller optimizations to the reliability and larger route revisions where you like totally revamp the staff strategy, for example, which is like a whole lot of work, but I think it's important to get out there that like this route is not optimal and you can definitely save a lot of turns and resources. And there it is. Oh my god.
We recorded the last how many chapters?
Yeah.
In one day, by the way.
From chapter 19. We recorded all these last 3 episodes in just one sitting, really.
Yeah.
I'll finish off my pilk, I guess.
Finn.
You guys are horrible. Oh,
You too.
I really tasted the milk there. Thank you so much for joining. Ada and everybody watching. I hope you will join me for my future projects that I have planned. I hope you'll like them.
Subscribe to Lolo, she's awesome.
Subscribe to Ada.
Yeah, if you can find me.
Alright. Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.